Okay, so what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about least, excuse me, um, least, this is least common multiple. Okay, least common multiple. All right, now the thing about least common multiple is the key is the word multiple. That means, and the word least, which is basically you're looking at the smallest common multiple. Okay, the smallest common multiple, the least common multiple. All right. Okay. So what is that? So let's do one. Okay, let's actually do one. That is, let's do a problem. So if we had two numbers, let's say we have 4 and 7. Okay, what's the smallest number, the smallest multiple that they share? Okay, what I do with least common multiple is I use a T-chart, just like this, and then I skip count. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. All right. Now I know my multiples of 7, and I know that 28 is a multiple of 7. But I will prove it to you. 7, 14, 21, 28. So that is the first time that you have a number show up in both columns, that in both columns. Therefore, that is the least common multiple. Multiple, remember, multiple is skip counting. It is the first number that shows up in both columns. Shows up here, shows up here. 28 and 28. Okay? All right, let's try another one. Okay. All right. Let's try another one. All right, least common multiple of, let's say, 3 and, let's say, 6. Okay, least common multiple. 3, 6. All right. 3 times 2 is 6. Now, we can stop here because 6 is in both columns. The least common multiple of 3 and 6 is 6. Some people might say it is, they might say 12 because they don't count the first one. They go, okay, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 6, 12. And yes, 12 is a multiple of 3 and 6. However, it is not the least common multiple. The least common multiple is 6. Okay, so that's important to remember. All right, let's try least common multiple of 15 and let's try 15 and 20. Okay, again you're gonna use a T-chart. 15, 30, 45, 60, 20, 40, 60. 60 is the first 60 is the first time it shows up in both columns. The least common multiple is 60. Okay? Now, sometimes you're going to get a number that perhaps you don't know your multiples. Let's say we have 14 and the other one is 16. Okay? 14 and 16, those are not ones you normally memorize. So yes, in order to do this one, you still have to, okay, you can put down over here times 2 times 3 times 4. So then you're doing 14 times 2, 28. 13 times 2, 32. 14 times 3 is 42. 16 times 3, 48. Okay. 14 times 4, 56. 16 times 4 is 64. Notice, remember, if you're trying to get them the same, notice this, they're 2 away, 4 away, 6 away, 8 away. This is going to take a while. Okay, we want to get the same number. We're looking at something that might take a while, but you got to keep on going. So let's continue our column here. All right, so 14 times 5 is 70, or adding, this is 84, 98, right? 64, add 16 would be 80, 96, right? 96 plus 16 is 112, right? Okay. 98 plus 14 is 98 plus 14 is 112. So our least common multiple, first one to show up, is 112. That one was hard. All right, so that is least common multiple.